Hello and welcome to the Priestlands Teaching and Learning Archive Session 2. In today's session, we are going to look at what we learned from this gentleman. This is Barak Rosenshine, and he taught us about the principles of instruction. I would strongly urge you to read the pamphlet that he published in 2012. Just Google Principles of Instruction. PDF, and it'll pop up straight away. So I'd urge you to read that. And also it's been republished within Tom Sherrington's book, where he also exemplifies some of the principles in action. So I'd urge you to have a look at that also. The 10 principles of instruction are derived from 3 sources. Firstly, from cognitive science research. That's how the brain acquires and uses information. Secondly, from research on master teachers, so a study of those teachers in the US who get the best gains for students and trying to deconstruct their instructional processes. Thirdly, research on the effective instructional methods for teaching more complex teaching tasks. The 10 principles of instruction are here, so you can pause the video and just read them through. And if we whiz back to Tom Sherrington for a moment, as you read his book, there's one statement in his book which jumps out at me, and it's this statement. He says these ideas are uncontentious. So if you flip back and have a look at the 10 principles of instruction, the idea, he says, they're uncontentious. So whenever he does training with these ideas with schools around the country, with hundreds of thousands of different schools that he's been to, there is never a discussion about, they don't sound like they're right, they sound like common sense. The discussion is always about how to apply those ideas, either with more frequency or better fluency or more accurately, more efficiently. And also it's about how it fits at different subject levels, making sure you take the ideas and you apply them to the best possible way you can within your subject. And I guess that's what I have tried to do within my subject. I'm a science teacher. And I used them initially as a tool to support lesson planning. So I took I've taken the 10 principles of instruction and tried to think about lesson planning or sequence of lesson planning in terms of using the principles of instruction. And here they are. So step 1, obviously we could start lessons with some daily review. That's a retrieval practice. So I certainly would use that in my own practice. Step 2 is then would think about that teacher instruction or that modeling of new learning. So what I want the students in my classroom to learn. And within there, obviously I would need to present material in small steps. Step 3, an opportunity for guided practice. So before you set the students off on some independent practice, we need to do some guided practice with them. And the instructional methods, which are important there from the principles of instruction, are asking questions and checking for understanding based on my own teacher instruction, and also the provision of scaffolds for more difficult tasks. When the students reach what they feel is their level of proficiency and they're able to fly solo, if you like, then we enter a phase of independent practice, which is step 4. In independent practice, the principles of instruction would encourage us to aim for a high success rate, which makes sense. Barak Rosenshine says 80% plus would be what you're looking for. And then step 5 would be we enter a cycle of weekly or monthly review, otherwise known as spaced practice, from the Bjork's work. So that's how I've interpreted it and used it to date within my subject area. I wonder how you would use it within your subject area.